there you have it. Like 11 years in the making? I forgot I was recording for a moment. I planned to film this later, but I think it might be a good time to do this now. When I was 17 years old, decided to stay up all night long and read all of Ender's Game, basically in one shot, and upload it to YouTube. And I ended up not doing it in one night, but I thought, no big deal, I'm just gonna do it some other random night. And I ended up doing it very, very slowly over the course of like 11 years. So you can see my physical changes in these videos, and my hair changes as well. This is pretty much the end of my channel. It's always been my dream to be a content creator, and I started my YouTube channel when I was 15, I think? I'd have to double check. I think it was 15. But I made a mistake, and I told people I knew in my real life about my YouTube channel. And I had started making videos regularly, started to get in the swing of things. And then when I was about 18, I could have been 19, I had someone that I knew in real life leave a comment on one of my videos that made me very uncomfortable. And since you can't really block anyone on YouTube, I kind of felt like I just had to leave my channel. I didn't feel comfortable posting anything on that channel anymore. So I eventually stopped posting on this channel, other than finishing reading Ender's Game for you guys, because I didn't want to leave this project unfinished. It has bothered me for all of these years. So what I've started doing is I've started making all my non-Ender's Game videos private, and maybe I will one day, but at this point I am still concerned about certain people that I know in my real life finding my work. Having other people see my work, or knowing that people might be seeing my other work that I know in real life, will cause me to self-censor, and it'll cause me to overthink everything I do, and I don't think that's good for me. So for now, as it stands, I'm leaving these videos up. I don't log into this account very often, but I'll attempt to come back and check your notifications and respond to some things. But this is all there's gonna be. There's just this reading of Ender's Game, including the introduction, which honestly the introduction was really good. If you didn't watch the introduction to Ender's Game, I think that it's very thought-provoking and very moving. And I read that after reading the book to you guys, so you don't have to read it before the book. Last thing I will say, well, first of all, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sticking through these videos with me. It's very interesting to have, I mean, like, it must be crazy to have a channel where you can watch yourself grow up, but to see how much of a gap of time there is in just one single project is getting me a little emotional. But I do want to say, in the introduction, the author mentions that there's another book called Speaker for the Dead, which his full-length novel of Ender's Game, the first edition he wrote, is a full-length novel. He sort of saw it as a prequel to Speaker for the Dead, and to him, Speaker for the Dead was the more powerful book, and I have to say I absolutely agree. I first listened to Ender's Game on audiobook from, it was like something my dad played in the car when we were on a trip, and I really loved it, and I got myself Speaker for the Dead on CD from the library. So Ender's Game was at 15. At 16 was when I read Speaker for the Dead, and it had a very huge change on who I was as a person, on who I became as a person, and a big part of who I am, even though I forget it because I've had a lot of time since then. I'm now 28. So it's been like, 12 years since I first read Speaker for the Dead, or listened to it rather. I don't think about Speaker for the Dead very often because it's been so long and I've had so much happen in my life since then. But honestly, when I evaluate it, a massive part of who I am today is because of that book. It is a very thought-provoking and very profound and moving book. I strongly recommend that you get a copy of Speaker for the Dead or get the Audible. Orson Scott Card, I can't remember where he said it, but the author, Orson Scott Card, says that to him, they're more meant to be audiobooks than written books anyway, and that to him, he values the audiobooks over the written, and I feel the same way, actually. And they have, like, a cast of actors who play each books and, like, reading different chapters and stuff, and it is truly amazing. Plus, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a very, very slow reader. I get through things a lot faster when I listen, and one of the things interesting about Speaker for the Dead, the copy that I picked up on CD from the library, is that it was like 14 hours long, I think. So I powered through the whole thing in like one weekend, just sitting in my room doing puzzles or whatever while I listened to that. And I listened to most of that just on the Saturday, and I finished it up on the Sunday. But that I really recommend that book. Anyways, thank you so much for seeing 11 years of my life. I hope that you've enjoyed the book. I know from the comments that many of you were told to read this book for school, that it was required reading, and I hope you take something out of it because it's a really powerful story. And if you need to write an assignment on what to take out of it, read the introduction, listen to the introduction. It's a little bit of a cheat code there, right? If you're not already using AI. I use AI all the time. Not to cheat, but I think it's genuinely an awesome tool. But I think the introduction will help give you ideas about what to do for your assignments. So, this is goodbye. Thank you so much, and have a great life.